the Raw Squad, right? We did a show on homosexuality. Homosexuality.
That's something really that happened.
And what you're looking at, you're really looking at the story, right? Going against homosexuality.
No.
The whole story is because he ended up going to court for that.
And he fell in the sea.
Because in Africa, you can't. If a man defiled you, you can't be a man.
No, but
and so they were showing the story was used, right, to teach that homosexuality won't be stood for in Africa. Yeah. That's why.
Okay.
I want y'all to know that.
Listen. I'm not telling you. Listen to me. I'm not telling you that homosexuality was accepted in Egypt. That isn't.
It's not.
What I'm saying is, when your major god is getting rammed in the behind, there's an issue.
It's not a major god. First of all, Seth and Horus aren't major gods.
Right.
Okay? They're used to tell a story in nature. They're being used as a teaching tool, right? Because there's a high-level principle as a teaching tool of what to do and what not to do.
Okay.
And so they're telling you, right, through graphics that this is wrong behavior. Now, if you use the Greek god Zeus, then you can say that. It's Zeus and Ganymede. Because Zeus takes a human being, the water bearer Ganymede, and he takes it to heaven. It's called pedophilia. He takes a little boy. This is what you're really saying. You should probably attack Zeus and Ganymede. You can't attack them for using characters to tell a story.
Okay. Let me ask you.
Gods are just idea. Hold on. A god is just an idea and a concept used by the people to tell a story.
All right. Now let me ask you this.
So you use Egypt.
Let me ask you a question. Well, this is a bad book of the day. I mean, Egyptian book of the day. Let me ask you this question. If you ask me to tell a story, and every time I tell you the story, I'm talking about a bell shaft and somebody else's buttocks, what would you think of me?
I wouldn't think nothing if you was trying to teach me not to practice that. As a father and a mother, because they got graphics, you know how gross it was.
Okay.
You get your hand cut off for even being the person that catches sperm.
Okay. But was sodomy a big problem in Egypt? And the reason why you may not agree with it, but homosexuality was a big problem in Egypt.
Where?
Said it.
Stop.
Let's go. I'm about to go there right now. Can I go?
Let me say this first.
Okay.
Moses was raised in Egypt, and he knew all the wisdom of the Egyptian and works and deeds. So what you saying about Moses?
It works in deeds. You using that to say that Moses was homosexual?
If the priest had to ram somebody,
I'm saying to you.
What was you saying about Moses?
I'm saying to you, because of the looseness in Egypt, there was loose rules. There was loose rules in Egypt when it comes to sexuality.
No, saying it was Greeks and Romans. You know how fake they is? They conquered our culture, dude. So they went in there with that ramrod people after they misinterpreted the sex story.
That's not real, dog. No, Joe. Africans don't do that. Hold on, let's get this hold on. Some crazy white Egyptologists, right? Through his pedophilia mindset, homosexuality.
Put it in the temple. Let me go. Because you're talking about two dialects. Listen, that's the best expression you can. That's the best response you have, and I accept that. But now I'm not talking about gods. Now I'm gonna go to humans, right? Let's go to the teachings of Vizier Ptahhotep, right? Ptahhotep, and I'm reading from the 12th dynasty. Ptahhotep implemented a rule, and it's confused. Is on the precise papyrus. Is the 36 maxim of 45. It says, "Do not copulate with women, boy, for you know that it is generally opposed would be a necessity to his heart, that with it in his belly, in his body, he will not be calm. Let him not spend the night doing what is opposed, in order that he may be calm after he quenches his desire." This is a law by Ptahhotep telling the men to stop sleeping with the little boys to quench their desire and satisfy them. Why is this law being implemented in the 12th dynasty if there's no homosexuality in Egypt?
Hold on, man. What's the name of the text?
It's called, it's on the precise papyrus, and it's the teachings of Vizier Ptahhotep.
Vizier Ptahhotep.
Vizier Ptahhotep.
And he's saying don't do what?
Don't sleep with the women boys.
Okay, so they...
No, I didn't say it was accepted. I'm saying there was a problem. He said it wasn't in Egypt.
Here's my question to you then.
He said it wasn't in Egypt.
So hold on, so let me ask you me ask this question. So are you trying to tell me amongst the Hebrew community that there aren't people that practice homosexuality?
Listen, homosexuality is in the scripture. It happened.
So what's the problem?
My question and my answer to you is the people who said, Suri, Sultan, Seti said there was no homosexuality in Egypt, and I'm proving that a lie.
No, what I'm saying is,
okay, if it doesn't deal with you, then don't touch it.
Hold on, Seti them ain't my people. Hold on.
What this
you give me one, watch this.
You said you're not an Egyptologist.
I'm not.
All right.
Ain't no Egyptologist.
Seti is not Egyptologist.
Stop. Ain't this Egyptologist? Come on, let me make my point. So this is what you did.
It's like calling you a Hebrewologist.
Hold on. Yeah. You're a Hebrewologist.
You said that on
Hold on. So what you did was, you gave me one person, right? You said he's the Pharaoh, correct?
Who?
You said you gave me an advisor. Who did you say this person?
Vizier Ptahhotep.
It's advisor.
Yeah.
Okay, an advisor. And what you're saying is this one person, right? Made a law. You said made a law, correct? Who was he talking to? This is one person dealing with what? One known. What known was he in when he wrote that? I can find it for you. He's dealing with some few people. Was he talking about the Asiatic community that came in? Because what you have is a lot of foreign practices that come into Egypt. So you might have been talking about the Hebrews.
Let me tell you.
Coming in, doing that law.
Doing that gay thing. Right?
So guess what? So I think because you said it's all Johnson. And when you study African history, you'll find that Charles Johnson
was full with Asiatic people.
So yeah, we might need to put that rule full of Asiatic.
So
I get it, bro.
So if you listen. Look. And the brothers will comment. I'm going to address y'all brothers.
Address that point.
The commissions. Let me show you, because if you let me finish, then I'll tell you who it's talking about.
Okay.
Neferkari had an affair with his own general, Sassine.
Okay.
All right? Let me read this. Pharaoh Neferkari Papi and Sassine, a military commander, lived during the 6th dynasty, quote-unquote to them, 2460 BC, the Old Kingdom, from 3 fragmentary copies in the 9th and the 25th dynasty. The text also probably originated earlier and had no longer reading history. There's a reference to Sassine amusing the king because there was no woman or wife there with him. On the word love and desire is mentioned in the line above. A little later, we react that Teti, a common assorted divine person of the king of the upper and lower Egypt, Neferkari, going out during the night to walk on his own. Teti said to himself, if this is the case, then it is true what is said about him, who Neferkari, that he goes forth during the night. Then Teti followed the king, who arrived at the house of General Sassinet or Sassine. He threw up a stone at the stamp and stopped his foot, on which the ladder was lowered for him. He climbed up, and Teti, son of Henet, waited. When his divine person had done what he wanted to with the general, he returned to the palace, and Teti followed him.
This is what we're going to do, though.
What is that?
Hold on. No. Yeah,
Let's look it up, brother.
Look it up.
Huh?
What you read? Because I'm going to put my team of translators.
You said gay news or something. What is that, man? From Midtown?
The Comment Express.
What is it called?
The Comment Express.
Is that what's it called?
No, it ain't no Comment Express. Look it up, brother.
No, what's it called? I'm working on that.
Okay, let's look up Neferkari's affair with General Sassine. And they'll tell you, I don't have the pyramid text, but they'll tell you. If you can't find it, then call me and I'll let you know.
Alright,
I'll find it.
I got you, man.
Alright?
But that's still in the 12 dynasty, right?
Yeah, 12. No.
Hold on, let me say this.
No.
Now, if that was really the person with the Kemites,
6th dynasty.
Moses was raised in the house of the Pharaoh, so whatever they did,
Man, you're talking funny, huh? You're talking funny, huh? You're telling me because Moses studied under my beautiful Egyptian brothers that if some of them was gay, then Moses was gay? That doesn't make sense.
I'm saying
You reach it. That means if you live in the land, you gay.
practice.
You went to school in America?
Yeah.
You gay. Yeah, that means you're gay. According to your terminology, that makes you gay.
If you went to school in America, the same thing. If Moshe went to school in Egypt, he's gay.
And
Moshe
also,
knew his identity. Moshe knew he was a Hebrew.
okay, now look up Ahkkakek and disappearing boyfriend.
No, he knew he was a Hebrew.
But remember the part when you said,
reading of the two manuscripts, and this is on the pyramid text.
A praying boyfriend.
A pyramid text. I'll get the pyramid text for you. I got to pull up.
Hey!
In the pyramid text.
Hold on. Hey.
In the pyramid text, Nyan Kum and Kanum Hotep are on the pyramid text holding hands lip to lip with each other, and they were buried lip to lip with each other.
No, we didn't. Hold on. We got that one. No, we got that one. First of all, what I want to say is, right, that's the only such thing you find in Kemet, right? Second of all, did a whole writer.
There's a whole book on this.
That Jew was not dealing with that. They was two brothers. Let's get to the styles, right? And it had nothing to do with homosexuality.
But you know,
I'm just trying to let you know, sir. Hold on, I can actually get you to review work on that from people doing archaeological digs and how they translated that. We did some shows on that. So you ain't gonna use that. We ain't gonna do that. That ain't that with that. I'm not gonna be disingenuous because I'm really enjoying the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna. So you got archaeologists, right? First of all, you got the Ross Squad that dealt with the text, right? That's not dealing with homosexuality at all. I just want to let you know that. So, but the other one I'm not familiar with. You did, so I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Like people say, I know they talking. No, I don't. But what I will do is, I will get the team on that, right? That's why it's always good if you have a debate. Everybody has.
because it sharpens each other.
We supposed to know the help what each one of us got. You feel that way? I could have came with the answer for that, but off my top of my head, right? I'm gonna delve into that. But the point I did make was there was a time period where there was a lot of Asiatics in there.
Okay. But now we in the 6th dynasty.
So that's something. I'm showing you the temple.
You said we gonna look into it.
Yeah, no, that one ain't got nothing to do with homosexuality.
No, I'm talking about the one prior when we talking about Nefertari.
Yeah, Nefertari, right. I'm gonna have to get your notes though.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
And with that, we over the time, brother, and I
The
appreciate it.
Catholic Church sent you that stuff, man.
I got it from my teachers, the Kumets.
Hey, hold on, put it right.
But like he said, it was a lot of Asiatics. And they
Nah.
they did stuff. But
I want to say for the record,
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I just want to say for the record though, right? I like the information discourse, right? But you have not shown me a tomb of Abraham, Moses, Solomon, none of them. I just want to say, for the discussion, for the level me and him had, he would have to bring me a tomb of Abraham and them. He would have to show me royal burial site. Hold on. Because we can go to the 1st century AD and go to Israel and find bones and tombs. And what you'll find is they got DNA out of these things, right? They had leprosy and they had red hair. They had a certain holotype. So it's not like Israel wasn't burying people in tombs. I want to make that clear. So for the record, to end it all up, right? We do not have Abraham, Moses, Joshua. We have none of them people.
Well, no one knows what Moshe read.
I'm just saying, we have
Abraham.
hold on, whatever happened to them,
And they obeyed.
whatever they buried at, we don't have them. And the oldest Hebrew writing that he presented was in 600 BCE, and I'm agreeing with him on that. I just want to throw it out there.
That's not what it has.
Give me one.
The one that's found in America is older than that.
You in America? I ain't gonna go with that.
Listen, I already showed you. I told you where to look at it. But I want to say this.
I like that comment.
As far as my payload, we know where Abraham's tomb is.
Of course we do.
Where is that?
The Jews, even the European Jews, say that they have David's body. So what I'm telling you is, hold on now.
They lying.
What I'm saying is, and what is one of the most pillaged places on the planet?
Africa.
Israel.
Africa.
In Israel also. Israel was raped by Arabs, and Israel was raped. Israel don't even almost exist because they took everything out of it.
Okay, let's go into this.
Let's go into.
Okay,
let's be done.
Let's be done.
Let's be done.
How do we know? Okay, how do we know who a Hamite and who a Semite? Because I see a Hamite right there. I see another one right there. And you can't tell me you ain't a Hamite.